1:03 to go here in the quarterfinal. Malinowski throws it towards the net, loose in front. A diving attempt by Will, couldn't get it. And then a turning try by Mustard is fought off by Muslik. And Muldowney knocks it down the ice. All the way towards the net, it goes! Clear the pike! The ice bus is coming to Boston! 82% for the season. Nadeau comes in, he scores! It's a power play goal! There is Muldowney, centers, Shandor back in, he scores! Captain Yukon Hudson Shandor ties the game at 1. Loperkami right towards the net, and Fowler made a save, then the follow, and Fowler stopped him. Beadle, nice little move to the basket. Beadle switches to his left hand, and Josh Beadle connects for an 8-point lead. 5 to shoot for BC. Zachary drives, right hand, got it! Gave up 6 unanswered, and now Ragsdale drives one. Out to right field and deep. That is to the bullpen, and it is gone! It's a grand slam for Ragsdale! Shallow left. Who's got it? Teal coming in, he dives! Oh, he made the catch! Aiden Teal! 2-2. Struck him out! Well, how's that for your high leverage moment? Third time through. Evan Webster got Leary, got Wang, got Wolf. 2-0 Cardinals after 6. So John Adams at the free throw line, short on that one. So 1 for 2, as he was in the Electoral College. 3 unanswered overall, and a 3-2 lead for the road team.
I don't know if we have any fans of The Office listening, but as Michael Scott said, how the turntables.
Drew Fortescue back for Gauthier. His shot, he scores! How the turntables turn. One of the absolute blue bloods in college hockey. These Black Bears are in hibernation no more. They're back on top of Hockey East. Boy, when you put a schedule together, it's nights like this that you dream of. For the first time in 20 years, a top 5 matchup between Maine and Boston College. We have a great game for you tonight. As the #1 team in the country, Boston College, winners of 8 straight, take on UNH, trying to spark a February run in front of a packed house on Friday Night Hockey East on Nesson. Well, despite a rough stretch recently for the Cats, they are still right there in the pairwise picture. Second team out. They just got jumped earlier today by UMass with a win over UConn. But even though they have a tough stretch, they're 1 win away from really changing their fate. And we welcome you upstairs. Thanks so much for joining us, folks. Along with Jim Connolly and Natalie Norrie downstairs, I'm Eric Gallanty. And that's the story. Despite just 1-6 in their last 7, they're right there on the pairwise bubble. And with this difficult stretch, it presents opportunity for these Wildcats. Welcome to Friday Night Basketball on ACC Network Extra. Let's do a little Boston against Philly here. It's Temple and Boston College. And we welcome you courtside. Thanks so much for joining us along with Josh Maurer. I'm Eric Gallanty. Boston College 1-1 to open the season. Still trying to figure it out offensively, but they need to figure it out quickly because Temple's averaging more than 84 points a game this year.
Their offense has been the beat.
So BC 0 for 1 on the power play earlier in the game. Remember, the second group actually looked better than the first, and they're the one who starts on the power play here. As a lot of those top guys are on the ice to draw that last penalty, but New Hampshire quickly brings it right out. One interesting note in this look, we mentioned this earlier, BC has pretty much exclusively gone 4 forwards, 1 defenseman on their power play this year, but this is a 2 defenseman look with Gustafson and Manetian out there, along with Posma, Letourneau, and Vogt. And no Jelvik today for BC. So Gasso's playing up on that top power play group, but nothing doing here to start.
No, and this will be a pretty quick change. There's 40 seconds in. You have three changes up front. We've got a couple more in the back end here, and the first unit, I should say, will be on.
Gustafson comes in for Boston College. Two defenders still out there as Stiga gets to the puck here. Switches spots with Gustafson and plays it down for Ryan Leonard. With time over, Stiga on a one-timer, stopped by Whale. Stiga right back on it, out for Gustafson. Plays it back for Teddy Stiga. And the Predators traffic across for Leonard, hit the post.
That one hit the inside of the post. That's about a few millimeters from going in the net, but the rebound poked right back out to
Leonard
the slot.
for Gasso, and a save by Will, and a bouncing puck right in front of the net. And a penalty's coming up here. Stiga got knocked down right in the crease on that shot that then deflected straight up in the air over Whale, and Boston College is going to have 30 seconds of a 5-on-3.
UNH number 20, minor penalty cross-checking.
So Heward for the cross-check in front of the net. This whole sequence leads to the penalty. That's the puck that goes in the air, and then that's the cross-check from behind. So 30 seconds of 5-on-3 power play time here. Now this is two Fridays in a row where BC's having some 5-on-3. They had a lot of it against UMass Lowell last week, unable to capitalize there. Let's see what they can do here.
Yeah, it was long stretches of 5-on-3 time. Sets up right in front, Perreault, and he missed the net high. 19 seconds remaining on the 5-on-3. It's Powell, goes down low for Stiga, gives it right back. Leonard off his left foot, stops, trying to get a shooting lane, out to the high slot, and fires a shot in, and it's deflected to the near side. Perreault picks it up, 6 seconds remaining on the 5-on-3. Perreault right back from Gasso. Leonard straight on, Perreault, one-timer, slot pass in front, does the follow by Stiga is blocked. 5-on-4 hockey now as that pass. Perreault catches it with his glove, but it's forced out of the zone by Gagné.
Boston College did everything except score. They moved the puck brilliantly from the face-off, but UNH, whether it was Jared Whale or the defense, blocking everything.
And frankly, that's what they've done on this whole power play sequence. The 5-on-3s that we mentioned against Lowell, frankly, they did not move the puck well that day, but so far today they have. 5-on-4 now with a minute remaining. Perreault with space for Powell, slap shot blocks. Lavins and Winters out front for New Hampshire. 56 seconds remaining on the penalty time.
That's the 6th block of this game for UNH. This was right off the draw. And that was almost like BC knew exactly what they wanted to do. Win a puck in the corner and then center it out to Perreault. Lots of pucks came into the danger zone, but between the goaltending and some good blocks there by the UNH defense, number 1 being Nikolai Jensen. He had 2 of them in that stretch.
Off a face-off win, Ryan Leonard from the dot. Powell straight on, shoots deflected up high. Lavin's got another block shot. New Hampshire really sacrificing here on the PK. 40 seconds to go. Gasso down low, out for Leonard. His shot stopped by Whale. Stopped at the line by Powell. Here is Ryan Leonard once more, the national leader in goals. For Eamon Powell, the 5th-year defenseman. For Perreault, first-round pick of the Rangers, comes center. And it's Stiga on the near side. Walks towards the high slot. Behind for Eamon Powell. Sets up Perreault far side. Across for Gasso, and Whale keeps it out again. And the follow with a diving play by Gagné. And New Hampshire clears.
Great sequence there for the Eagles. They found the lanes, but that is what UNH is living on right now, is Jared Whale all the time.
And they killed it. What a job by New Hampshire on a ton of chances for BC. Leonard right back in. It got knocked down before it got in on Whale, and then he secures it on the side of the post. And a much-deserved standing ovation from the Whittemore Center crowd for that UNH penalty kill.
You see Bill Harrion there, his first year on the staff at Stonehill. Folks around New England will remember him, longtime head coach at New Hampshire up until just a couple of years ago. He's the all-time winningest coach in America East history in his time as Drexel, also the coach of Eastern Carolina. After he was let go by New Hampshire, he volunteered last year where he lives down the Cape, but had an opportunity. Chris Krause had an opening. Bill's son, Ryan, who's a local coach as well, he's an assistant with Lowell right now, had coached on Chris Krause's staff a few years ago, so that's how they kind of got introduced to each other. And Bill Harrion said, it's not about looking for another head coaching job one day. It's just, I love being in the gym. And this is a way to get back in the gym. He has been such a valuable asset for Chris Krause to have on the sidelines this year.
Well, certainly knows what it's like to coach at this level, especially with a small program, trying to make some big waves, trying to build a program as well.
Dion Brown, what a take. So maybe one of the better halves of the year here for Dion Brown offensively. 9 points. He's 1 point shy of a season high. And Boston College has their largest lead in the while. Turnaround shot. Nesbitt finds the roll. Another solid game against a Power 6 team for Nesbitt, who has 7.
And again, Stonehill starting to find some rhythm offensively, starting to make some shots, albeit some tough ones. They gotta find a way to anchor down here defensively.
McFarland open for 3. Little strong. Hastings with a big offensive rebound. How about that? In a ton of traffic. Jaden Hastings has 4.
Just looking like a man amongst boys there, keeping the ball alive against 2-3 Stonehill players. Eventually gathering it, going up strong.
Hastings getting some time here in the second half at a key moment. Stinson on the drive, the foul before the block.
Stonehill looking for an and one.
I think they were maybe asking if it was a goaltend, but
yeah.
First the putback on the other side. Well, Jaden Hastings, as we said, redshirted last year, former 4-star recruit from IMG Academy. You certainly see the flashes here. Let's see. It was close.
Certainly not off the backboard like the earlier goaltend. Question is that ball on its way down, did it already get past the apex? I think it's pretty much right there at the high point.
That last foul was Chaz Kelly's 3rd, by the way. Boston College's leading scorer today with 12 points. So Stinson, who's a 60% free throw shooter this year, but is 6 for 6 today. Again, Stonehill continuing to hang close, within contact, but can they get enough defensive stops against an Eagles team shooting 70% from the floor in the second half? Brown drives, he's feeling it right now, and the follow no good for Hastings.
Just slipped out of his grasp as he went to throw it down.
Would have taken the roof off this place. User, by the way, is in there playing with 4 fouls for Stonehill. Something to watch, 33 in purple. Brogna lost the handle. Dion Brown on the run, beat everybody, and then the back play by Stinson blocks it clean. It looked like he beat everybody down the floor, and then he kind of just stopped enough for Stonehill to catch up.
Yeah, I don't know if he's trying to draw a foul there by throwing the brakes on. I mean, again, you've got to step, just elevate and go right to the rim.
Stinson gets right to the basket. He has 8. BC has missed their last 4 from the floor, and it's back to single digits.
Well, here's the push that Stonehill needed. Not necessarily how you would have diagrammed the stops that they're getting, but they're getting them.
Kelly turned over. Simona out front against Hand, and Hastings there again.
Fair to say he affected that shot.
I would say. It'll stay here when we come back. 7:46 to go in the second. Skyhawks trying to make a push. And they find their way back in.